It's the JT Cho Show!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my Amnesty channel.
What is it, 139 already?
Something like that.
Let's check.
139, that seems like a lot.
138.
138, goddamn.
Yeah. Episode 138.
Welcome back.
How we doing?
Fantastic.
How we feeling?
Almost fantastic.
Yeah. Drinking and video gaming,
Golfing.
golfing.
We did our golf scramble that we waited all year for yesterday.
We did.
Didn't play all that great. Everyone had some nice shots. Everyone did. But
Nobody had nice shots in the same hole.
yeah, no one had nice shots in the same hole.
Yeah.
Nobody had nice putts either. I don't think there was a single fuck yeah putt.
Those greens were like, I don't know, deceptively.
I was reading them. I missed like 4 of them by like an inch.
Yeah, they were deceptively. They were just all filled with tomfoolery, dude.
Yeah.
Did not like it. Great course though. It's
I would definitely play there again.
yeah, it's called what's it called? Cheshire Hills. Cheshire Hills. Over in Allendale, Michigan. I don't know. Allegan.
Something like that.
Allegan, Michigan. 27-hole course. 9 o'clock golf scramble. And it started at 9. We got done at like 1:45, and then had our free dinner and dipped. But the reason why I feel like this, meaning hungover, is because, you know, we started drinking at 9, and then we got done, and then way later on.
We started drinking at 9, and then he sobered up before we ate, and then we ate, which got him even more sober, and then he was just tired from
driving,
getting through the fucking drunkenness, and then he had to hang out with his parents for a couple hours.
Yeah.
And then we were going to shoot the podcast yesterday, but we decided, fuck it, let's play video games instead.
Yeah, we were going to do it on the old 22nd, on the old Robin Williams birthday from yesterday.
Yeah.
But for time and, you know, because I don't know, we just didn't want to do it.
We sent it pretty hard last night playing games, though.
Yeah, super hard.
Yeah.
And if you watch the stream, twitch.tv/ATFJville or kick.com/ATFJville. I don't even know if it's a .com, but
I think
yeah.
it is.
You know, you'd have highlights of us drinking and
winning some NHL games.
yeah, those were some fun NHL games for
Those
sure.
were some
though.
fun ones. We got our guys kind of dialed in there at the end too. We shit on everyone in that one lobby. In that fucking one, that was sick.
Whose birthday do you have today?
Dude, all right. So I was looking at it, and there's a lot of motherfuckers today.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of motherfuckers. I picked one, and I'll give shout outs for the other ones. But the one I picked today was Woody Harrelson.
Same.
It's a good one, dude.
He's 62.
Dude, there's so many.
Slash.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh wow.
It's Harry Potter's fucking birthday today. Philip Seymour Hoffman. Slash.
He's Slash, yeah.
Monica Lewinsky's birthday is today.
I
Just a bunch of fucking legends, dude.
I fucked up.
There's so many great ones.
Shout out to
Marlon Wayans, it's his birthday too.
Monica Lewinsky.
Shout out Monica Lewinsky, the old President Peter Piper Puffer.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she was great. I heard nothing but great things about her.
In her defense, it was the president. Like,
It was the president.
if there's one important guy that like you can maneuver.
How mad would you be if your like girlfriend cheated on you with like Barack Obama when he was in office?
I would just be like, how?
I would be so mad, but you couldn't be mad at Barack because it's like.
No, I'd be mad at her, but I'd also.
Oh, yeah, you'd have to be
but
mad.
I'd also be like, tell me, just explain to me, just be. I'm not mad.
It's got to make you feel kind of good that the only way the only person she cheated on you with was literally like the most powerful person in the country.
I'd just be like, can you just please tell me how it happened? Like,
I need a rundown.
I don't know how you got to A to B.
I need this for my comedy career.
Like,
Tell me the whole story.
she was just like, oh, I was just in the store.
Oh, yeah, cheers to Harry Potter and Daniel Radcliffe and Monica Lewinsky and Woody Harrelson and Slash.
That looks awful. when I was thinking about maybe drinking, my skin was getting super heated when I was vacuuming earlier.
Getting a little nervous.
And I was like, I can't do it, dude. I'll shut down. But I will say, I wouldn't be mad at Barack, of course, because she probably lied to him. But what did you do? Did you what caught the president? Oh, I was just in an ice cream shop, and he asked if I wanted to come see the White House. Be like, damn, he duped ya.
He gotcha.
He gotcha.
Got you.
The oldest line in the fucking. Hey, do you want to see where
You want to see the White House?
you want to see where Abe Lincoln slept?
Oh man,
If you're
Marilyn Monroe was the goat though.
If you're, I mean, yeah, but I mean, if you're like Donald Trump, you're like, this is where it happened.
Oh yeah,
This is the room where it happened.
yeah.
Too funny, dude. Monica Lewinsky, dude.
Monica Lewinsky, Woody Harrelson, Harry Potter, all the goats.
All the goats.
Monica is the throat goat though. The throat POTUS.
Jesus
Throat
Christ.
pote.
Throatus.
The throatus. There it is. The throatus goatus.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, if you guys are fans of the podcast, we took like a 2-week hiatus just because last week I had a bachelor party. It was on Lake Michigan. It was in Holland, where we rented boats, went to the beach, went body surfing in Lake Michigan. But overall, great time. Really breaking all the rules
Yeah.
of society.
How many rules did you break?
Just one a bunch of times.
Just the same rule
Yeah.
over and over and over and over.
Yeah, like don't ingest these banned substances. And I was just like,
Ingesting all of them.
and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep doing the same one, so it's only gonna be one repeat offense.
It doesn't multiply after the first one.
No, it's just whatever.
It's just one offense.
But one of my favorite things though is out of the 14 dudes, it was only 50. It was like $50 per person for food for the entire weekend.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Which is a steal.
Yeah.
And then Earl and I, the owner of Duke's Wells,
Shout out sponsor.
who also sponsored our golfing event, we cooked all the food, made smash burgers on the flat grill. Chicken Phillies were probably my favorite thing to make on the flat grill. But damn the goddamn versatility of a flat grill, dude.
They're pretty great. They're super inconvenient for daily use though.
Yeah.
Because like cleaning those bitches up after cooking, especially for that amount of people too, using that every day of the week would be a bitch.
I mean,
it
I watched
adds like 30 minutes of cleanup time afterwards.
Yeah, I watched Earl clean his with hot water and scraping it and all this shit.
Well, then you have to re-season it too at the end of it.
Yeah. I watched him just do it for the whole week, and I was just like, damn, dude, like...
It's just a lot. It's just
Yeah.
a lot. It's great for like once a week, and then you put it away because it's not like a grill. You can't just shut it and then clean it next time you use it.
Yeah.
You got to clean it right now, otherwise that's gonna get fucking gross.
Yeah, real gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's rough after like drinks, and then you're like, oh, let's cook something on the flat grill, and then you're all drunk after you got done eating. You're all tired. You're like, fuck, I gotta go clean that motherfucker.
Yeah,
It's best to do it right away before you eat.
But I will say also, it was great getting in Lake Michigan again. I don't remember the last Great Lake I was in, which is weird to say. It was probably Lake Superior.
You know which one I think it was? Because I don't think you've gone to one without me.
What's that?
When we first went to visit Pepper and Elizabeth, and we both jumped in off that pier, or off that little dock. I don't remember what lake it was, but I know it was one of them. Because I was like, oh, I gotta go in. And we stripped down to our underwear and jumped in. Remember that?
No.
You don't remember that at all? There was a picture of us doing it, or a video.
I mean...
I guarantee you if you ask Pepper about it, he remembers. Because it was like the first time that we went up there to kick it with him.
Oh, without Elizabeth.
No, Elizabeth was there.
Was it at the...
Was
it right there?
It was when we like...
Was it right at their parents' house?
We drove somewhere to it. There was a spot that we could drive to, and then you walk out to the little dock thing.
I do. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have to imagine that's the last time before, last weekend.
Definitely I did forget that, but...
the only reason I remember that time is because that's the only time I've been in that lake.
It was cold.
It was cold as hell.
It was cold as fuck.
I did open my eyes underwater, though, and it's pretty clear.
Yeah.
Pretty clear.
First, because first I thought you were talking about, we went at their house. I was like, dude, there's no way, because they have erosion, and unfortunately their beach stairs are eroded.
No, we still went down to the beach.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying like now they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had They said they lost like 15 feet off of their property because it just fell down to the thing. Last time I was up there, at least.
Which is wild.
It just happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But love me some Great Lakes. No sharks. No salt.
Yeah. We did a bunch of shit. We went to the A's Tigers game on the 4th.
We did.
And that was great. Actually, I did write something down about that. Remember that dude that I was looking at, and I was like, damn, he's throwing 101 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's that fucking Japanese dude that I talked about at the beginning of the season.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, we signed this dude, Fuji, whatever his name is, Fuka something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's throwing 101 miles an hour as a relief pitcher.
That's wild.
I think we already traded him, which kind of fucking sucks.
Hilarious.
Because we're the A's, and that's just what we do, I guess. But, yeah, we got to see him play once for the A's. So hopefully he goes somewhere else and he closes out some playoff games.
That's
He
wild.
wasn't going to get that option in Oakland.
No. He was never going to lose a playoff game.
He was never going to play one.
Yeah.
he'd be home in Japan by that time of the year.
Yeah. Speaking of things that came from Japan, the Barbie movie's out and the Oppenheimer movie's out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which one would you go see first?
I think Oppenheimer. I want to see both of them.
Yeah, me too.
But Robert Downey Jr. said that it was his favorite project he had ever worked on. He also said it was the best film he's ever been in, which is cool. But I don't know if he's one of those movie snobs that says superhero movies aren't films. They're just movies. I don't know if he's one of those guys. Like, that's not true cinema.
But
Or whatever people talk shit about.
I think I'd rather see Oppenheimer first in case it makes me really depressed. And then that way I can go see the Barbie movie and then be like, I'm happy again. And the Barbie movie
is it's getting a lot of mixed signals or mixed reviews, I guess.
Because there's a lot of stars in that movie.
There is a lot of stars in that movie. So it's some people in a particular political view stance are saying that it is a homage to women everywhere and where they stand in society, and like they're making it really political. And then other people are like, dude, it's a goofy fucking Barbie movie.
Yeah.
And they tell a bunch of silly jokes. It's not political. It's just a goofy movie.
Like they're playing dolls.
Not cinema,
Yeah.
as some people would say.
Yeah. I hate people.
But yeah, it's really funny. But yeah, I watched a couple things on it, and I still really want to see it. Like, it's not deterring me from seeing it.
Right.
I doubt it's a feminist movement movie. Like, they had a female producer, but that's like that happens regularly. It's not like the first woman produced movie ever.
No.
I don't know. I'm definitely gonna see it
Yeah.
at some point. I don't know when. Maybe when it comes out on Netflix.
Maybe Tuesday.
Maybe Tuesday. $5 Tuesday. Oh yeah, I went to New York.
You did go to New York.
I went to New York. We'll talk about that for a second. We'll throw the Troy Bond clip in here.
Wow, dude, he's gonna love you
'Cause
after.
yeah, no, we're already best friends, dude. He liked and commented on my picture I posted on Instagram. I got to meet comedian, Dominican lesbian, Troy Bond.
All my best friends call me by my wrong name.
Yeah.
Call me Jake Tyler.
But yeah, he was cool as shit. New York was dope. I stayed in like the heart of like Manhattan, downtown, little shitty apartment above a dope pizza place. I probably ate like 3 extra large pizzas the whole time I was there, like just in slices. Yeah, I went and saw a comedy at the Broadway Comedy Club. The next day we went to the Mayday Parade Yellow Card show, which was fucking fantastic. Beers are expensive as shit. They're like $25 a piece for a tall can.
God damn.
They're making a killing out there.
Yeah.
Because everyone was buying drinks, and they probably did, a couple 100,000 in drink sales.
I mean, that's gonna be the state of college football this year in Michigan.
There's no way $25 a beer.
No, it's gonna be 8.
That was. I think it was
12.
just because the venue was like the rooftop pier 19 or whatever.
Yeah,
and it's
exclusive.
like over the fucking water. You see the Statue of Liberty behind you and the Brooklyn Bridge in front of you, and it's like it's a crazy venue, and it only holds like 10,000 people.
It's wild.
It would be really good for like an outdoor comedy special.
Yeah.
I was looking at it and I was like, wow, this is kind of perfect. You put seating in here, serve drinks in the same spots they were serving drinks, have a little VIP area up front with their own little bar they can go to.
Yeah.
Just have the fucking comedy up on the stage. I thought it'd be a good spot for outdoor comedy. Just because it's like over the river. Anyway, the next day, and then we went to see, my last day there, we saw Book of Mormon. on Broadway, and that was fucking fantastic. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was really good. I enjoyed the whole thing. Didn't think I was going to be into shows like that, but I guess I'm into like the comedy style.
Yeah, some
Broadway
musicals are
shows.
good.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of liking musicals or not, they're still like.
Like I'm probably not going to go see Hamilton.
I mean, it's not going to go make me rewatch High School Musical 3, but.
No.
No.
They were all wildly talented though. That was one thing that I noticed about New York, because there was like even people on the street that were like singing that were really fucking impressive.
Yeah.
I
Like,
can only imagine what it's like in Nashville. where,
like you saw a
everyone
street
goes there.
performer, like a ton of them, or what?
Not a bunch of them. There's only like 2 or 3,
Yeah, because
but they were all really good.
a lot of them hang out where, like, you go take all the boat rides and stuff, and then, like, you get off, and, like, there's, like, where you can take the ferry to the Statue of Liberty, and, like, you come back, there's, like, a main strip where they're all just, like, come look what I can do over here, and I'm just like, dude, I just want to walk.
They were all singing. They were all singing, playing guitar, harmonica, shit like that. But they were all really good. I mean, just like the amount of talent that's in the city is impressive. And I didn't even go to the other boroughs. It was Manhattan and New York City. That was it. And I don't know, there's just a lot of talent, a lot of great food, a lot of expensive fucking food.
Yeah.
They have all their water is like tap water, but it's like frozen and then unfrozen in these like glass bottles. I don't know. It's a weird process that they have for their water. They serve them all in glass bottles, like it's in fucking Europe or something.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't really have bottled water out there. They do in like convenience stores, but I don't know. It's strange.
Yeah.
I did find out why though. I looked it up. They have these little microscopic shrimp that live in the tap water, and they eat all like the bug larvae. So they clean the fucking water. It's like a natural little ecosystem, and they don't fuck with the human body at all. So that's why the water on the East Coast is so good.
It creeps me out.
It creeped me out. I didn't look it up till after. Like I learned about it like my last day there, and I was like, oh.
I get regular bottled water.
I did the rest of the time.
Yeah.
But I did drink the tap water when I was hungover in the mornings.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they were drinking it. They had been drinking it for 6 months. They were fine.
That fucking freaks me out.
And that's like a thing. People argue about it. Like the New York City tap water. Like people will die on that fucking hill that it's the best water in the world. Like you don't need a water purifier. You just have it straight out the tap.
Nah.
It wasn't bad. I mean, now that I know that there's shrimp in there, it's kind of weird. And the page I was on, I looked at all the comments underneath it, and it was like, "Are you telling me this? Are you telling me a shrimp infused this water?"
That's a good one.
Yeah. But New York was fantastic. 10 out of 10 would recommend going there.
What's your favorite and least favorite thing about the big city?
The least favorite thing is the cleanliness. My favorite thing is probably the availability of fantastic pizza.
Yeah.
That pizza place that I was talking about that we went to every night that I was there, open till 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So you walk in trashed, get 3 slices of pizza and a can of soda for $5. Mm-hmm. And it's some of the best pizza I've ever had. Like, it's in my top 10.
Right.
So good. And it was just little cheese slices.
Originally, when I visited big cities, like, people would be like, I just don't like all the people. Well, you're going to all the touristy spots that all the other touristy people are going to.
Yeah, see, that was one of the things, too. Like, I went to, like, I guess I kind of went to touristy spots. Mm-hmm. Like, I went to Pier 19, which is, like, a big fucking tourist attraction for people. Like, people in Jersey go up there all the time for shows. Mm-hmm. And then I didn't do, like, we didn't go to the Statue of Liberty. No. I did see a show on Broadway, which I guess is pretty touristy, but, like...
Not really.
I mean, that's one of the things. It's, like, one of the things.
Yeah, but...
Like, seeing Book of Mormon there, or, like, seeing a Broadway show... That's like one of the things that tourists do when they go there. Mm-hmm. Because Scotty said that all of his buddies and his mom and like his family members that came to visit him, that was one of the things they wanted to do. So he's been to a bunch of Broadway shows.
Right.
And he always gets a drink when he goes there. So he's got all these like commemorative cups from like the different shows, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But the bartender at the Broadway show, at Book of Mormon, he was hilarious. He was just really fucking funny. Like you can tell that there were just all these lines that he had ready for every order that people were ordering, and he was very quick with it. He's probably also an actor.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was good. Drinks there, $23 for a double Tito's cranberry.
Wow.
And I got 2 bottles of water for that one because I was pretty fucking hungover. And he's like, enjoy your hydration. And he like slid them over to me. And I was like, thank you. Like he could tell.
Yeah.
I wasn't the first hungover person to walk into Book of Mormon.
No. Probably not in New York City. But I mean, I don't even mind the people because I mean, like they got a city built for it. But my favorite thing is just the amount of food fucking available past midnight. Because it's not like
the
I'm
food trucks, the little shops that are open till 2 a.m.
Like I'm not up past midnight very many days throughout the week, anyways. And I live in a small town. Not like I'd be like, oh, let's go to Burger King at 3 a.m. But that one fucking day of the week,
yeah,
it's like
that Saturday night, you're
just
walking home and you look over and there's a fucking ramen shop and a pizzeria right next to each other.
Yeah,
and they're both open and they both have people in them.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it's 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
there's people in there just eating fresh fucking cooked ramen.
That's like
it's a beautiful thing.
It's almost like when you're driving across America and you pull into a 24-hour diner in the middle of fucking nowhere and there's like 6 people eating there at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Yep. You're like, I'm eating there.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I liked it better than I liked Vegas.
Okay. Yeah.
I liked it better than I liked Vegas. Drinks weren't so readily available anywhere you wanted, but at the same time, there's a bunch of little corner stores, and past a certain hour, everybody's got a little brown paper bag, drinking something, walking around.
I love how that.
Like the subways.
I love how that's the rule.
That's not even a rule. That's just something people do. Like the cops can still come up to you and be like, "Hey, fucking pour that out," but everyone's doing it, even on the subways. And I had a joint in my hand because there's like weed shops every fucking corner.
Yeah. And
I grabbed one for like $15, which is grossly overpriced. Same shit you get here for $5. But I was sitting there holding it, and I was like, "Can I smoke this? Like just out in the open?" They're like, "Yeah, dude, you're fine." And I was like, "Okay." And I was smoking it, and then I put it out, and I walked down where the subway was. They're like, "Oh, you didn't have to put that out. You could have finished that down here." And I was like, "Really?" They're like, "Yeah, it's like frowned upon, but like everyone does it." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I got on the thing, and there was a dude sitting in the corner of the subway, and he had a joint in each ear and one on his lips. And it wasn't lit, but he was just sitting there chilling. And everyone's just doing whatever the fuck they want past a certain hour in that city.
That just reminds me of the kid I saw from Colorado when I went there and visited him when weed was legal.
Mm-hmm.
And he had 2 joints in his ears in his gauge spots.
Ew.
And then he just had a ton of joints, and I was just like, "What?" Like,
I'll have anyone but those 2.
Yeah. but then cops would just like break up the house party and be like, "There's too many kids here. You guys all need to go home." And he would be like, "Okay." And I just like, dude, the fact that you're just like holding on to that, that's crazy in my mind.
It's wild. Yeah, it's crazy. And I didn't mind the people. I thought the people were going to be super rude. I got yelled at one time, but it wasn't even yelled at. They just told me to hurry up, and it was because I was standing on the escalator. They don't stand on escalators in New York. They walk up and down.
Yeah.
Like you're in an airport.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude. Like
they got places to be.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with all your extra seconds you save in your day? I don't know. It's just it's funny.
I mean,
people were other than that though, people were really fucking nice the whole time.
Well, I'm walking here. These walk for you. You don't have to walk here.
I didn't meet a whole lot of people that were like born and raised in New York though. Most everyone was like a transplant from either like Staten Island was a big one. I met a lot of people from Staten Island, and then I met a lot. There was 2 people from Arkansas. There was just like a bunch of people. Like they just moved to New York to work, and they're making like the one chick from Arkansas said she was waiting tables, and she clears like she pays like I think between her and her dude it's like $4,500 in rent or something like that, and they have enough money to go to really nice shows on the weekends and afford that apartment. It's like fuck, dude, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said some nights she walks out with like $1,500 on a good like Friday night. And I was like, God damn.
That's wild.
I was like, I need to start flying, working on the weekends and flying home. Like, that's not bad, dude. $1,500 in a night for waiting tables.
I'd quit my job for that.
I know. Could you imagine if you were making that out here?
I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
You'd have too much money.
Yeah.
You'd have too much money.
I'd be like, this is really easy.
Yeah. It's like that meme. It's like, I won't tell anyone if I won the lottery, but there'll be signs.
Yeah.
There's like a golf cart with spinners sitting in the garage.
He's driving a Formula 1 race car, picking up his fast food.
Yeah. Getting Burger King out the fucking, he's got a helmet on and the little 5-star clips and everything.
Yeah. The guy's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. That would be funny if you won the lottery and you just never leave old Jackson, Michigan. But you keep this house, but you demolish it and you build up like a super nice modernized one. And then you just like systematically buy all the lots around you, so you just have one like 3-acre plot of land.
Well, the way the roads are set up, basically are half-mile chunks, half-mile rectangular chunks.
Yeah.
So essentially, I would just buy all the houses in a
Yeah,
big
just
old
all of them
chunk
on this little block, just straight back. You just keep buying them, keep buying them, keep buying them.
and just build
Until you buy that commercial lot on the very back end of it, and then you're like, here's the studio.
Yeah.
And then it's just one quick little golf cart ride to the studio.
And then I'd fence it all off.
All of it.
Yep.
Fence it off with a fence and throw some trees in front of it. That way in 20 years it actually looks kind of nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
But I'd move so fast.
We could play the Powerball. It's up to $1 billion again.
Oh yeah, when is that today?
It was I don't know if it's today or not, but
I
I watched someone do the math on it, and they were like, if you win the Powerball and you take the one lump sum, it's like $560 or something like that is the take home, but that's before taxes. So if you take out the taxes, realistically, it's like $320 or something like that.
So why would it be already cut in half before?
Because that's what it is if you take the lump sum.
Oh, they don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like $560 if you take the lump sum, or it's $1 billion over 30 years or whatever, and you get a check every month. But there's no guarantee you get paid out because the government could go bankrupt and just default on that. So
Yeah.
that's why everyone takes like the big lumps.
Say the 23rd.
It is the 23rd. Tomorrow's the 24th.
Oh yeah, you're right. So nobody won it last night then?
That's
Nobody
from what I
won.
saw on TikTok.
Let's see. It says, what is the Powerball jackpot for July 22nd? And it says 20 million.
No. It's up to $1 billion. It's the Powerball.
I am looking up the Powerball.
It says it's 20. That means someone had to have won it like 2
What's
days ago.
what's the other one that's popular? It's the Powerball, and then it's the
I could have swore it was the Powerball.
because there's two big ones that go back and forth. The Powerball, and then there's the. Why can't we think of this? Why don't I remember our lottery system? Mega Millions?
Oh, it was Powerball.
Oh,
Someone won it 2 days ago.
damn.
Yeah, someone in
Jackson, Michigan.
someone in LA.
Damn.
The winning numbers were 7, 10, 11, 13, and 24 with Powerball 24. Wow. Wonder how often that happens.
I don't know.
There were 2 winners. There was one guy that got the Powerball with a couple numbers, so he won $1 million. And then there was another dude that won the 1.08.
I'd still take that.
Oh, yeah, I would take either one of them. The fuck? What the hell? Both of those are life-changing. One of them is just a little more life-changing.
Yeah.
One of them's 100 times more life-changing.
I would have the dopest anime stuff for conventions.
I would have an anime house. I would probably buy the lot across from you
Yeah.
and build up a sick like office space, and multiple rooms would just be filled with anime stuff, and have like a little theater.
I would just have those dope fucking 6-foot tall statues that people like.
Oh, right in front of the house.
Yeah.
You have the instead of Madara in the first, you have Naruto and Sasuke. But
Dude,
it's like the same style of like rock formation.
that'd be sick to have for the
That would
gate
be
entrance
cool.
of your house.
Yeah.
The first Hokage and fucking Madara.
And right by you have like that's where the gate opens
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
That'd be sick.
That would be fucking cool as shit. But you couldn't do like one of the slider gates. You'd have to do the big wooden ones that go like this. They go.
You get one of those
like the gates of fucking Konoha.
You get one of those waterfalls at the top, and then you put the grate in the bottom to where the water keeps cycling up.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
it travels up, so it keeps so it's just a waterfall. And then when you come in, the water stops and the gates open.
The water, it doesn't stop. It just splits.
Yeah.
It goes like that, and it just starts going.
Money.
There,
Dude.
write
This is what I
write
would.
this down.
This
dude.
is what I would do if I was rich, dude. All right, I
Bunch
need
of
you to build
dumb
a
shit.
waterfall entrance. What? I
Bunch
need.
of dumb shit.
Why do you need this? I have $1 billion. I don't need anything.
Oh my god.
Everything's a want.
dude. Yeah.
In other new news, the Jets are going to be on Hard Knocks.
Jets are going to be on Hard Knocks. The players are unhappy about it.
Yeah.
But, you know, the Jets organization's happy because they're making more money.
I did like the photo you sent last night of Aaron Rodgers wearing the chain from
Yeah,
Sauce
so
Gardner.
Sauce Gardner got him. I watched the video. They released a video of it today, and Sauce went up to him, and he was like, "Hey, man, so tell me why you're my jeweler's favorite quarterback." And then Aaron instantly starts laughing. He goes, "Okay." And he's like, "So he made you something. Check it out. It's got his number on it, and it's all diamonded out, and then it's got the little green emeralds around the 8 for the Jet shit, and he put it on it, and he's like, you want me to put it on, or you put it on me?" And then he goes like this, and he stands there, and the 8 just falls perfectly on his fucking chest. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Wish him the best, except for twice a year.
The Bills?
No, Patriots.
Yeah, I know. The Dolphins?
I hope the Patriots sweep the fucking division.
I can't wait to do a jersey order, and then it's gonna be the Dolphins versus the Jets, and I'm just gonna show up at your house. I'm not gonna ask what you're doing for the day. I'm just gonna come over and watch.
It's gonna come
You're gonna be like, "There's a Packers game on TV." I'm like, "I know."
I don't care about that. I've seen Jordan Love play.
It's gonna be a rough season, just because I think I don't want to say people have low expectations, but people's expectations are a little high right now.
Well, I think that's how it always is. People's expectations are always high for the beginning of the season. The main thing about, I know you haven't gone through it in a while, but the main thing about not having a franchise quarterback is the fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
But there's also like the joy in the unknown too, because
Like,
it could be could be another Tom Brady.
For the last 20
it could
years,
be another Baker Mayfield.
I've been going, all right, well, we got a quarterback.
Yeah.
Now we just need to get everybody else.
Yeah.
Everything
and now
else.
it's like, fuck, we need a quarterback. Maybe we have one. I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
It's going to be, I mean, like,
Next time on Dragon Ball.
it's just weird because, like, he could just be a Dak Prescott to where, like, he wins you some games, never does anything good, and not really a good,
Speaking of Dak Prescott, you know what I hate?
Dak Prescott.
Yes, but even more is I hate these. There's a thing on TikTok now. I don't know if you've seen them, but it's like, hey, which one of these players is better? It's like player 1 versus player 2, and it's all these cherry pick stats that are very similar, but one of them is clearly better. And so you pick the better one, and it's like, that was Tom Brady in his first 7 seasons versus Dak Prescott in his first 7 seasons. It's like, okay, well, you're missing a
3
lot
Super Bowls?
of key fucking stats there.
Yeah.
Like win percentage, games played. What was the other one? Interceptions was a big one that they didn't show. And then fucking titles.
Yeah.
Titles are a huge thing.
Yeah.
You can't just go off of base stats. Everyone wants to win titles.
Yeah.
You have to put
That's why you would play the game.
that's the only reason to play the game is to win the
There's
last game of the
30
season. Billy Bean said it himself. It's not a good season unless you win the last game of the season.
Yeah.
You don't win that game,
Like,
a bust.
yeah, I mean, there's like fucking 32 teams going after the
Yeah.
same thing, and
they did
everybody.
the same thing. It was Troy Polamalu stats versus Thielen. Or no, not Thielen. Harrison Smith stats. The white dude for the Vikings. They showed their stats for their first like 6 years together, and Harrison's are way better. But Troy Polamalu was obviously fucking goat.
Yeah.
They didn't put sacks in there. You know
No.
why? Because safeties don't normally get sacks, but Troy Polamalu did.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
He jumped over lines.
Multiple lines.
Yes.
They didn't put interceptions in there. They didn't put return yards in there. They didn't put touchdowns in there.
He hit that triangle/Y button.
Yeah, every fucking time.
Yeah. he was.
And then he got down quick enough to use the hit stick.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So I don't like those. That's a pet peeve of mine right now because people are like cherry picking these stats, and they're like, "Oh, which one's better?" It's like, hey, show me the win percentage.
Right.
Show me the Super Bowls. And I'll tell you exactly who that is because there's only one fucking guy that's got 7.
And he's thankfully retired.
Yeah, he's gone now. He's no longer tormenting the league.
And I was 2 30 packs richer for.
Yeah, you are.
He comes back. You're like,
Triple or nothing.
you can have this. That.
I did see, sticking on the football thing, I did see Aaron Rodgers talking at his press conference about how excited he is about the future of the organization. He's like, it's pretty cool when you're on a team with so much talent, and most of that talent is still on their rookie contract, so we can do a lot of things, and the future looks really bright. And I was like, yeah, that's the formula. You get a great quarterback, and then you draft really good players and try to win when they're on their rookie contract, like what Pete Carroll did in Seattle.
Yeah.
That Legion of Boom team, 50% of that fucking defense was on their rookie contract. And then Cam got the big fucking bonus, and then Russell got the big fucking bonus, and, you know, they signed their fucking key guys, and then all the role makers that were there that actually made the team what it wasn't just those 3 guys that just fucking left, haven't won since.
I did see something crazy, too, that, like, you forget that Beast Mode played for the Bills.
Oh, I never forget that, because we used to play him twice a year.
Yeah, and they just didn't want him.
The higher-ups didn't like his personality.
Yeah.
Because, you know, little Oakland boy playing in all
Buffalo.
the way the fuck across the country.
Yeah.
Like, literally the furthest team he could possibly get away from him.
Yeah, and so the Seahawks were like, we'll
he had
take
never
him.
even seen snow before.
Yeah, that's wild.
He just, like, he didn't go, and it was just crazy. I was like, motherfucker didn't go to Tahoe.
Right.
It's wild. He just stayed in Oakland, and then he just stayed at Cal, and then Buffalo drafted him, and he's like, the fuck is this? It's wild. I grew up with a bunch of people that had never seen snow before. It's like, dude, it's an hour that way.
Right.
Like, you could just go there for the day and come back
You
and
can-
still have time for dinner.
You can drive through it.
Literally.
You don't
Just
have
go
to get
there.
out.
You don't even have to get out. You can just
Yeah.
go see it.
You can take your air-conditioned car, just turn it off the AC when you start seeing white on the ground,
Yep.
and then turn around.
You come right back, hit the beach for some fucking volleyball.
That's wild.
You're good to go.
That
California's a beautiful state.
That blows my mind.
It's a beautiful state. I wish they would, if they cut it in half, I think Northern California would be like a mecca for not tourism, but just like dope vacation spot. Like kind of like how Myrtle Beach is,
Okay.
but not humid.
Less golf courses?
Less per capita, yeah.
Yeah.
Just depends on the city. There's probably I don't know. There might be more golf courses in Myrtle Beach than there are in Northern California. There might be. I'm not sure. That'd be an interesting
Math.
math question. Yeah.
Maybe
But I do
interesting.
know Myrtle Beach as a city they have the most public golf courses per capita than any other city in the U.S.
Wild.
And most of them are really beautiful. A lot of them are like oceanside golf courses, and you can play them for like $45.
Right.
Which we will have to do a Myrtle Beach trip at some point. Maybe next off season we do a draft party at Myrtle Beach.
That'd be kind of cool.
Make everyone fly out to Myrtle Beach.
And if you want to golf, you do. And if you don't, we'll see you later.
If you don't want to golf, you can hang out at the fucking beach. You can go hit the bars. You can relax in the fucking hotel or the Airbnb, whatever it is. We can get like a legitimate draft board. No.
Dude, I felt like shit. And I feel like maybe sit on this. Dude, I'll throw up if I have that, dude. The fireball was rough last night, okay?
The fireball was rough.
Because here's okay, look, listen to all you bitches out there. This is how it is. Fireball's still a shot of alcohol, okay?
It is. It's not 40%.
No.
It's 33%.
Yes.
Which
So-
is like double that of a really heavy wine.
So people are always like, "Oh, that's for baby, that's for high schoolers." Listen, it sneaks up on you.
It does. Not quite like tequila does.
No, but it sneaks.
It is the perfect light shot to still go hard.
Yeah, and if you have 4 in a 4-hour span,
You're gonna have a bad time.
you're gonna wake up the next day and go, "Wow, I shouldn't have did that." And that was only 4 shots.
That's what happens when you French fry when you should have pizza.
On the golf course yesterday, okay, so we'll talk about our scramble a little bit too. That's one thing that I did want to talk about. So our scramble was, I know we talked about it briefly, but we fucked up on longest drive.
Yeah, we didn't know which hole was longest drive, and both of us kind of duffed our shots.
And then, but the cool thing was, there's a par 3 with a spray painted circle around the hole. I think it was like 4 feet.
No, it was more than 4 feet.
6
It was
feet?
probably like 10. It's probably a 10-foot circle.
I think it was 6 maybe.
Nah, it's bigger than that.
It probably was.
Because
But
we missed the putt
yeah, you're
by
right.
like a long shot.
So
We
there,
still had like a 4-foot putt for par.
So basically, a white spray painted circle around the hole, and if you hit it inside that circle from the tee box, it's 147 yards from the 147 yards downhill.
Yeah, elevated tee box.
Elevated tee box, and then if you hit it in the circle, you win double your money.
Yeah.
And just doing that yesterday, that was my whole golf day. That was pretty much my whole golf day was shitty compared to like 4 shots, and
Yeah.
that was one of the 4 shots.
We both stuck the green. Me and you were the only ones that stuck the green.
Yeah.
Mine was almost on the fringe, but
Yeah.
I still stuck the green.
I hit mine, and I was like, man, I hope that goes far enough. And then it hit.
His ball literally landed, cratered into the white spray paint, and then rolled back right into
Barely
the
enough.
circle.
Barely
Literally
enough.
by like an inch and a half. Just like made it into the circle.
If I would have hit that any higher in the air, it would have probably just stuck.
Yeah, it would have been on the circle.
Yeah.
Technically still in it. Technically in the radius of the circle.
Yeah.
Not the inner radius of the circle, but in the circle nonetheless.
And I was already buzzing, so they're like, here you go. I was like, holy shit, I won money.
Yeah. It was good. It was
Yeah.
good. What'd you win off that? $20?
$10. You gave me $10. I gave you $10 back.
Well, yeah, but that was for both of us to go.
And then
So it was $5.
And then $5 for the raffle tickets. Because I went to the lady with the raffle tickets,
Yeah.
I bought $10 worth of raffle tickets, and then I bought 2 shots for the circle,
Yeah.
and then I gave you $10 back.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's $5.
You didn't get any money out of that? I thought they handed you a 20.
They gave me a 10.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I thought you had extra cash and you were like, "Oh, I made money and here you go."
No, I just literally I had fun doing it.
Oh.
I was like, hey, I accidentally bought a lotto
Technically you made $5.
Yeah.
Technically.
And then I spent it on lotto tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which we have no idea if any of those hit.
Yeah. I think Tim would have been like, dude, I won the Yeti.
Yeah, but I'm curious if he won anything, like even if it was something little.
Oh, yeah. And then, I wonder if he did, because last year we
Last year we stayed for the raffle, and I'm glad we stayed because they ended up just giving away a bunch of shit. Almost everybody won something.
Yeah.
I won a ratchet set. You won
A t-shirt.
a t-shirt and a shit ton of koozies. They just
Yeah.
had a million of them,
I
so
just-
you grabbed like 3.
Yeah. Well, I was like, I'm going to grab this for Earl. He's
Yeah,
like, okay.
and then
I'm
this
like,
year, those same koozies, they were just handing out with the goodie bags. I don't even think we got a goodie bag last year. I don't remember.
No, yeah, we did, but it was like, it was the same shit. They gave you like a free ice cream from McDonald's. It was some similar shit for sure, but
I don't remember it.
Neither do I, not really. I don't remember what was in it, but I do remember they did give us a McDonald's card because I was like, haha, and then I threw it in the trash because I was just like, I'm never gonna go to fucking McDonald's for can I get a small ice cream? Like I'm just not gonna go get an ice cream from McDonald's. Like
I've done that before. I've gotten just a sundae, but that was I had like a very specific craving,
yeah, like you woke up one day
and
and
I
it was
also
like,
got fries with it. So
and fucking
Yeah.
a frosty
that is the
fry.
ideal. They need to make French fry spoons. Just like individual, like they look like Coke spoons almost, and so you can
They
scoop
have
out
to be
ice
extra
cream.
crispy.
Yeah, you scoop out ice cream. Grab another fucking fried spoon.
They'd never get it right. They'd be the soggiest spoons you ever spooned.
Nah, someone would get it. I think you could do it. I want to make fucking fry spoons now. This is what you would do. You take it. You get the real you make one end of it thicker than the other end, so you do like a spear almost. And then you fry it, like you par fry it, so you get it up to like whatever temperature you need, and then you bring it out, dab it up, cool it down. You smash the one end of it, make sure it's still intact, and then you throw it in there for the double fry, extra crispy, and then it comes out and you have like a little flat end.
So it's got to be super soft ice cream.
Oh, soft serve, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they have anything else there.
I'd rather if I really want to as I'm drinking a beer and whatever, I don't treat my body well, but most of the time I'm like you don't need ice cream every day because you just don't. So maybe I'll treat myself to ice cream once a month, but that's really still I think pushing it for me. So
Yeah.
but if I do go get an ice cream, it's gonna be a good fucking ice cream. Like I'm gonna go get that place that you can put whatever shit and they do the thing.
Oh, Cold Stone, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh my God, Cold Stone growing up. My cousins, the ones that live in that gated community, I used to hang out at their house all the time during the summer. And one of my favorite things to do is there was a fucking Cold Stone right across the street from their little compound they lived in. And so we would walk there. Everyone would get their fucking ice cream. And I would always get the fucking medium-sized one, which is really like a fucking large ice cream. Because they're huge. They're like $9. And you get 2 toppings in it. And I would get chocolate, Reese's, and fucking brownies.
Yeah.
And they would fucking mix it all into that bitch. We'd walk home. That was the greatest. I love that. I love that. I was a little kid with the most chocolatey fucking ice cream on the planet.
And the DQ here now in town, like the one
Dairy Queen's good.
Yeah.
Dairy Queen's good.
Yeah,
I like Dairy Queen. I'm a fan. I'm a Blizzard guy for sure.
Yeah. And there's one thing about ice cream that I've always noticed is I'm satisfied with whatever size I get, but I do not need to get the large.
Ooh,
like That is so much ice cream that I'm gonna eat it all. I'm not the type of guy who eats half an ice cream and then comes home and puts it in the freezer and says I'll eat the rest of that later.
No.
I'm the guy that's like, I'm finishing this right fucking now.
Yeah.
Or
So
I'm
the
tossing it.
last time I did that was when me and Chris went to the parlor, and I got 2 scoops with my 3 toppings that I told him I wanted on it, and the scoops were fucking softball sized.
Yeah.
Like big fucking mounds. They put it in one of those big to-go trays that are meant for like an entire entree and sides, and it almost filled the entire thing. 2 scoops of ice cream. And so I ate one of the scoops when I got home, and I was looking at the other scoop, and I said, fuck no, I'll be sick. And I threw it in the freezer, and I ate it like a week later. It was fine.
Yeah.
But that was, I just physically couldn't. We had already eaten dinner, and we wanted a little sweet treat. Realistically, me and her should have split 1 scoop, but we each got 2, and she ate like half of one of hers and then put the rest in the freezer. I was like, Jesus, never again. $17 for all that, though. Which is not a bad fucking deal for 4 giant scoops of ice cream with toppings.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the last time I did that. And I'm a big fan. I don't know how you feel about it. I love frozen yogurt. I think frozen yogurt's a great substitute for ice cream. If you have a sweet tooth and you're on a diet, just go get a little small thing
That place
of
in
frozen yogurt.
Clovis I used to go to.
Yeah. Just go get us a little small thing. And like fruit smoothies are great too. That was one of the things about New York, dude. The food trucks out there, like, yeah, they had like the super unhealthy, like they had like the Nathan's hot dog stands. They had the little like.
Did you get a New York dog?
I didn't want it. I walked by, and instead of getting a New York dog, I went to the fucking juice stand.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I want watermelon, guava, and peach in a fucking smoothie. And she goes, okay. She grabbed the peach, peeled the peach, pulled the pit out, threw it in a blender, grabbed the fucking guava, fucking threw it in the blender, grabbed the watermelon, threw it in a blender, blended it up, gave it to me in a cup. And I was like, this is fantastic. No extra bullshit. None of the extra sugar. It's just a straight up fruit juice. And it was fucking delicious, and it was $5.
That's tight.
I think that is I would have one of those every day. If there was a stand out here that did it for $5, I'd go there every day. It's just delicious.
Is Tropical Smoothie open?
I don't know, but I view tropical smoothies more of like a Jamba Juice. And Jamba Juice puts a bunch of extra shit in their stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Jamba Juice wasn't just like frozen fruit and some other shit. They actually put like frozen yogurt or ice cream in a lot of their fucking smoothies.
Right.
They did have healthy ones, but they taste like shit because they were like wheatgrass smoothies.
Yeah. I just haven't been to it. That's the only smoothie place that I really know that's around here.
There is another one.
I know which one you're talking about, but I have no fucking idea what it's called.
It's like the healthy choice or healthy fruit or
Might even be Healthy Choice.
It might be Healthy Choice. I can't remember, but it's on DoorDash and it's only open till like 2 every day.
Damn.
And I want to say it's in that same parking lot as the ice cream place down there. I want to say it's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like a couple doors down from it. But yeah, that was one of the things that blew me away. Like they have like the halal carts and shit like that, and it just looked dope. Like all the food trucks there, and they're all probably making a killing because they all live in the city. Some of them may be in their cars. I know there's that story about the hot dog guy in New York that lived in his car for like 17 years, and now he still lives in his car because it's just easier for him. So he's got a van that he pulls his hot dog cart around with.
He just sleeps in the van.
He just sleeps in the van, but he owns like 20 hot dog carts, and his whole family runs them.
Hilarious.
And so he just keeps his one cart and runs his one cart and lives off of that.
That's dope.
And he's like, yeah, I started a little hot dog empire in New York. Which is crazy because I guess the fucking mobs and the cartel used to run those back in the day. I'm sure they run most of them now too.
Yeah, through lineage and
money laundering.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is a great fucking way to launder your fucking money.
I spent $1,000 on hot dogs today. Okay.
Yeah. And $2,000 on chili.
Yeah.
Chili's more expensive.
Yeah. We got the Skyline. Dude, speaking of chili, by the way, we don't have to go deep dive into it, but as I was walking in the Kroger aisle today, I was looking for. I didn't home make my gravy for Biscuits gravy this morning. I just straight out of a jarred it. I don't
Ooh. How was it?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, I had canned gravy with Earl. And I was like, I've never seen someone do this, and you just throw that shit and heat it up.
No, I mean, I've had it before.
Yeah.
I've even had the like the powdered gravy, just add water to, or stock to.
So yeah, and so as I'm just looking at all these cans, Skyline chili, which is the fucking Cincinnati bullshit, that shit's like $8 a can, and you're like,
Oh,
why is it
it's
so
a Wolf brand, dude.
right?
Yeah.
But why? Just because it's Skyline, and then Wendy's chili is like $5 a can. I'm like, who the fuck?
I will never.
Who the fuck?
Wendy's chili alone, fresh, is literally just their leftover beef
Dude,
from yesterday.
who is going to the goddamn Kroger and going, oh, canned Wendy's chili, my favorite, dude. I don't even want to go get it from the
Especially
restaurant.
for $5 a can, I think it's cheaper if you go through the Wendy's drive-thru.
Yeah,
I think
you
you
can
get more
like,
chili for
you can
that.
get 2 giant things of chili that's fresher.
Yeah. Well, fresher than the can.
Yeah, fresher than the can.
Yeah. Dude, I saw that. Have you seen the video on that? How they make that chili?
Nope, don't want to. You
It's-
told me about it, though.
Yeah, it's the leftover burgers that didn't sell during the day, and they fucking chop them up, and then they throw them into a bag, and then they dump this powder into the bag with that, and then fill it full of water. And it's like one of those big like sous vide bags that you see people cooking fancy steaks in, and then they just throw it in the freezer. And then when they need it, they take it out, thaw it, and dump it into a vat, and it's just leftover burger chili.
Yeah.
Which, from a businessman standpoint, phenomenal idea. If you're gonna have chili, you might as well use the ingredients that you have in house already. Just
Yeah.
throw some powder on it and some water, and call it fucking chili. People fucking love it.
There was a kid named Jake at the bachelor party who really wanted to make his chili, but nobody was really in the mood for chili. Just because nobody was really that hungry. We already had food. But it was really funny
We
because
already had food.
Earl fucking was ripping him. He's like, this motherfucker put chopped asparagus in his chili. And I was just like, that does sound gross. And he's like, no, that was one time. And he's like, and I was like, yeah, one time's too many, dog. And then he apparently makes a good breakfast chili as well. But it was really funny.
Breakfast chili?
Yeah.
You
So
put like breakfast sausage in it or something?
I think so. Yeah.
That might be really fucking good.
Yeah. I told him I was very interested in that.
Yeah.
And so.
Oh my god! Imagine biscuits and chili
Yeah.
for breakfast with like an egg on it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or just like having 2 hot biscuits covered in the chili.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
You throw
yeah.
like an egg on top of it,
Yeah.
and you just fucking cut open the egg, get the yolk in there and shit. That might be fucking great.
Yeah, and then but he also had this big business meeting to prepare for Monday, so he had to work a little bit. And so I was just like, hey man, remember when you're getting that presentation tomorrow, just open it up with, hey, sometimes life lets you cook chili, sometimes it doesn't. Because he was just like, man, I wish I could have made you guys that chili, and we were just like, sorry dog.
It's really funny. You know someone's got a thing that they really like cooking for people because they've gotten compliments on it before. Like
Yeah.
everyone's got like the one thing.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite things in life is to shit on it. Like when they finally get to serve it and it's like not that great, you like pinpoint like the couple things that you don't really like about it and you tell them.
Speaking of shitting on, I gotta take a commercial break.
Oh, all right. Duke's Wells.
So you like shitting on people's chili? You like shitting?
I just like shitting on like people's recipes in general. So my favorite one, Chris's mom.
You'd break my mom's heart, dude.
Chris, I can't be. I'm not honest with most people's parents.
Yeah.
Because they've been doing it. For one, they've been doing something.
Butt hurt.
Dude, they get so mad, and the reason why is because they've been cooking it a certain way for a certain amount of time, and so like the significant other and the children don't know any better because they've just had it, and that's the best thing mom cooks.
Yeah.
Like my mom used to make these really good scallop cheesy potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's recipe is still really good. I made them one time. Shit on them. Mm-hmm. I just seasoned it a little more, browned up the potatoes a little more so they weren't as soggy. Same exact mixture with the fucking cheeses and shit, and they were way fucking better. I never told my mom about that because it'd break her little heart because that was the one thing that I always asked for like my birthday and shit. It's like, oh, make those fucking cheesy potatoes.
Yeah.
Then I made them, found out what I was missing out on. Haven't asked for them since.
I think that's the biggest takeaway from my parents is I use way more spice. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
you use your spice culinary is far superior than mine.
Well, I use like a lot of crazy shit. Like I like dehydrated peppers, and then you fucking you boil them down and make them into their own little like slurry, and
Well,
that
right.
adds a lot of flavor into like
You
the
do shit
Mexican
like that, and
foods.
I'm just sitting here like, I'm using salt and pepper and onion powder in this motherfucker.
and onion powder.
this motherfucker's out
Well,
here.
there's like a bunch of them, dude. Because there's like it depends on the flavor profile you're going for. There's like Saison, there's adobo, there's even like other Italian spices.
Today's also the last day for Save a Lot being open.
Is it the last day today?
Today's the last.
Okay.
My
I
dad-
thought it was the end of the month.
I think my dad told me that like today's the last day. He's like, either it's today or yesterday.
Interesting.
Might be today.
I probably won't go.
Yeah. I still have to go grocery shopping, so I was thinking about stopping by.
Oh yeah, swing through. Let me know what they got on deals. But yeah, so Chris's mom made this fucking beef roll up something. It was like flank steak that she flattened real thin, rolled it up with some shit, and then you basically like boil it in its own stock. You don't brown it. Which I was like, if you're gonna have steak, you might as well brown the outside of it.
Sear it.
Even if you roll it up, like you might as well get a little bit of a crust on there.
Yeah. Seals, it really seals in the flavor.
It adds flavor to it.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It's just better, and it's just this like gray, bland looking rolled up meat burrito. And I tried it, and the look on my face must have sent her a signal. She was like, "This isn't the best batch I've ever made." And I was like, "Yeah, it's very okay." And she spent like hours preparing it. Because there's like a lot of like details. You got to roll it up and add all this shit to it and let it sit for a little bit and then roll it up again. And it's like a bunch of shit you got to go through for it. And Chris ended up talking shit to me about it afterwards. But I was like, I'm not going to lie. Like,
please make this again.
I would never ask for it again.
Yeah.
It was okay. I'm glad that I tried it because I had heard of it before. I don't even remember the name of it. It was beef something.
Beef roll-ups.
Yeah, beef roll-ups. But, I mean, it was just very okay. Like, if I was at, like, a kid's birthday party and they had those out, and I'd never tried them before, I'd grab one, take a bite of it, and then push it to the side of my plate and eat the potato salad.
You know, probably, like, the worst part about that whole endeavorment of hearing something's the best is when you go to somebody else's house for some dish that they've been bragging about all week.
Oh yeah,
so
they talk it up so much that it can't reach those expectations.
So you load your motherfucking plate up,
and then it's just
so then you know you have a shitty meal when you got a bunch of turned over paper plates in your garbage.
Turned over. That's the fucking
nobody
key.
wants to let you know how shitty.
You know what I do? I taco mine down the side of the trash can.
Smart, dude.
Yeah, down the side of the trash can.
Yeah.
That way, even if they do see it, they pull it out, all of it falls out anyways. They're like, oh.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going through trash can checking plates, but if they were, mine's safe.
I'm not saying Robin does, but
and you never want to be the first person to throw something out.
No.
You gotta wait till there's a little bit of buildup, and then you sneak it in the side.
Of course.
Because if there's one face down at the bottom of a fresh trash bag,
you're fucked.
They lift up the trash can like, wow, this is heavy for just a paper plate.
I've also been the person who I took a paper plate outside and I just hooked the food over the fence.
Like it was a lacrosse stick.
Into the alleyway, just and then I brought the plate, because they weren't paper, and I brought the plate back in and stuck it in the sink, and I was like, we're good to go.
I've done the bushes thing before.
Yeah.
And they found it like a couple months later.
Yeah, because...
And I was like, damn, someone threw that out? That shit was actually really good. They're like, yeah, I'm making it this weekend if you want to come by. And I'm like, I'm busy.
I was at an apartment. And I shoved the steak into the dirt in the flour.
You buried it?
Yeah. And then someone's like, did you shove steak in our flour? I was like, why the fuck would anybody do that? And they're like, well, you're the only one over, and we found steak in your flour. I was like, what the fuck were you guys doing in the dirt? Like, why are you guys digging in the dirt?
Quit digging my shit up.
Quit digging my...
They're like, dude, there was a shit ton of ants just right there. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, she said that she was watering. She saw something, so I guess I must have not buried it well enough, but it was not a good steak.
It's like you weren't even a scout.
It was a steak to where, like, you ate the one half because it was a little more rare. Other half was just,
they cooked it. Half of it was cooked on direct heat, and the other was on indirect.
Yeah, like they stuck it on the rack, and here's the heat, and here's nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they just flipped it over like this.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this is like dark red bullshit, like not cooked. I'll eat this blood.
Yeah.
This is fine. This is bad.
This is steak tartare.
So I just fucking took my hand and went shh, and I chucked it, and I went shh, and I was like
a cat.
Yeah. Never see it ever again, dude.
You buried your shit like a cat.
I had to do it fast, man. I did it at the table. It was one of these, like...
That's tough when you're the only guest, because obviously it was you.
Yeah. And then they started finding all these fucking nasal strips, and they're like...
I wonder who is this.
I don't know why I do these things.
My favorite part about the nasal strip thing is you denied it for like a year.
I still don't remember doing it, though.
But you did.
I had to.
You had to. I didn't fucking do it. Neither one of them did it.
Of course.
There's no random person at the party that just found him and was like, "Oh, this will be funny."
Maybe it was that one guy who was like, "Have you seen my wife?" And I was like, "I was sleeping, bro."
I've seen her once or
But don't go
twice.
into that bathroom.
Dun dun dun. That was a fun trip for me.
You want a free vape?
I did. I won a free vape. I won some discount paraphernalia. A half of a wife, and some of the wife's friend.
And I got a fantastic breakfast all by myself.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
I woke up and I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. And then like as I'm like finishing breakfast, you're like, "What's up, dog? I'm up and alone." And I was just like, "Cool, great."
Yeah, it was a good time. Did I or did I not get us what we needed though?
All of it.
And at a decent price.
It was just funny, dude. It was just funny, like feeling like I feel now today, probably, or right around the same shit level. But I was eating like a fantastic like full course meal to where I'm pretty sure I even like ordered something extra just because I was like I knew I wanted it. And I'm just sitting there like, oh, everything's super good. And I was like, I don't even care like what's going on in my hotel room right now. I'm just.
You know what's sad about that whole experience?
What's that?
That was her 21st birthday.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Didn't even know.
Like that night was her 21st birthday.
Oh well.
And I was like, well, you scratch my back, I'll fuck yours. And she was like, all right, deal.
Hilarious, dude.
Fair trade deal.
Fair trade.
Yeah. Most decent trade in trade deals history.
Coming up in the future for Streamwise, we'll eventually play the new Mario Kart tracks, maybe next weekend.
Definitely next weekend, probably Friday night.
Yeah.
Thursday night, maybe, depending. Probably Friday night.
Friday night, have a fire
Yeah, Friday night we'll do a fire.
projector thing.
Yeah, projector would be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be
Because,
fun.
yeah, because,
I did price it, I think, for $50 altogether. Or less than 50. I think it was like 42 or something like that. Would be enough for like all the PVC that we would need. Unless we could save like an extra $15 if instead of making feet for it, we just stab it straight into the ground with stakes.
yeah, that's what I just imagine we do.
Yeah, so you put two like the metal rods down in and then you just slip the PVC over the
Yeah.
top of it. Yeah.
And just measure out. And yeah, so essentially, I'm going to do the fold over the sides thing. So then we can just slide the.
You slide it on from the underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be good. We just have to get the dimensions down for the top part of it.
Oh, I was just going to get a really long one, cut it, put 2 end caps on it, and then just measure out 2 long ones for the whatever.
So it would be just like this right here. So just the only bar that's on the inside is
Yeah.
this the top bar?
Yeah.
And then the ones on the bottom you'll just tie off with something?
So essentially,
Because otherwise you would have to stitch it around.
well, essentially with the top and then the sides, it would be loose on the bottom, but the sides it'd still be on 3 points. You know what I'm saying?
So you would loop it through the entire thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And then even if we wanted to, we could still fold at the bottom and then just put like a little 3 connector piece and then just slide one through the bottom. So then it's got.
I mean, the bottoms, for the bottom of it to like keep it taut, we could just put like rocks or something on like the excess sheet.
But it'll be dope. It'll be dope for the stream
Yeah.
for sure. 40 new tracks from Mario Kart. That'll be pretty tight.
40? So they released all of them?
I think they released.
Because I know there was like 6.
There was
Grand Prix.
I think there's 4 unlocked, and there was a total of 6 in each row. So they at least release enough. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check it out.
I thought it was 6 Grand Prix were out right now, and I thought there was another, or there's 3 Grand Prix. I don't know. We'll have to look at it.
Yeah,
I
but
can't remember what it was. I know there wasn't a whole lot of them.
3 new raceable characters.
Okay, interesting.
The Piranha Plant.
It's funny because it's also like an item that you get.
The Wizard.
Okay.
And who the fuck is the third one? I can't remember who the third one is. That pisses me off. Oh yeah, the Caterpillar.
Oh.
Very
like
weird.
the one from the desert?
Like the one with
Like the balls that connect to
no, like the caterpillar from the treetop one that walk across.
Oh, That's hilarious.
Yeah, so he's now a playable character.
I wonder if he's going to be classed as a heavyweight.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I would hope they would add one.
So obviously
each.
the plant has to be the heavyweight.
Yeah, it's probably heavy. He's probably medium, and then the little guy is probably the light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a lightweight guy. In Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I got a couple more things before we call it quits. This one I thought was fucking crazy. Did you hear the story about Sam Darnold's grandfather?
No.
Dude, so this guy was a man of men. His name, I'm 90% sure before I find it, was Dick Hammer. Yes. Alright. So he played basketball and volleyball for USC. He competed in the 64 Summer Olympics in volleyball. He was an actor that played the role of Captain Richard Dick Hammer in the first TV season of a Jack Webb produced television show called Emergency, and he quit because he said playing a fake firefighter was not as fun as actually being a firefighter. So then he became a fireman.
Wow.
After doing all that, became a fireman.
Wow.
Did that for like 15 years. And then after that, he became one of the first 4 Marlboro men.
Wow.
And that's him. And that was his headshot from the Olympics in 64.
And this is Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold's grandfather on his mother's side.
That's fucking wild.
Isn't that fucking insane, dude?
Wow.
That's fucking insane. Oh, and this is him at USC shooting hoops. Yeah, look how his hands are like this.
You know.
I'm so glad that the technique has been refined.
Yeah,
he does not have it.
I'm not saying I'm a good coach, but when I taught 7th grade boys basketball,
And this is him and young Sam. So Sam was only like 4 years old when he died.
Yeah.
So he's like, it's pretty cool, like reading all the stories about him because I never really got to talk to him.
I never taught a kid to shoot like, hey man, you wanna make sure hey guys, when you're shooting the ball, make sure your elbows.
Oh, and this was one of the other Marlboro men that I took a screenshot of because I was like, that's hilarious. So he was the one without the mustache.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
When you shoot the ball, make sure your elbow's at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah. So in his lifetime, he played collegiate basketball at USC, one of the most prestigious schools in the country. Played volleyball at USC. Played volleyball in the Olympics. Acted as a fireman. Said fuck that, I'd rather be a real fireman. Became a fireman. Retired from that, and then became one of the first fucking Marlboro men.
I like how that's his reasoning for. This is not as fun as it would really be.
Yeah, he's like, this would be way more fun in real life.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go do that. And he played himself. He was Captain Dick Hammer in the TV show. And he was like, I want to go actually be Captain Dick Hammer. So he did. Took him like 5 years to become a captain.
Hilarious.
And he was just captain at a fucking firehouse in the Bay Area. And then moved down to SoCal. Back home, became fucking Mr. Marlboro Man. And then had some kids. And that kid had fucking Sam Darnold, USC quarterback.
Hilarious.
Yeah, that's why he went to USC.
Wild.
Yeah.
Way to go, Dick Hammer.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. I thought that was like one of the coolest things I saw. I was really hoping you didn't see it because I found it like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, "Oh, there's so much time." They talked about it on PFT. Yeah, that's why I wasn't sure if you had seen like the clip or not. I'm really glad you didn't.
Some days I'm like really good. Some weeks I'm really good at seeing all of his content,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes it's just like I was just busy this week.
Yeah. So the one last thing I have, which is kind of fucking disgusting. There was a dude back like 20 years ago. Or 15 years ago, that tried to sue the PepsiCo because he said he found a mouse in his Mountain Dew. Mm-hmm. And their defense...
this is gross.
Their defense on why they couldn't possibly have a mouse in their Mountain Dew was because the amount of time it takes for a mouse to dissolve in their products was less than the amount of time from the time it was canned and to where it was shipped from their facility. So he couldn't have possibly purchased it and opened it and still seen remnants in there.
Gross.
Because it would have already been dissolved.
Gross.
And they won the fucking case.
Wow.
They showed proof that they had mice in fucking cans, and then they opened them up and just nothing. There was like a little tint to the Mountain Dew, and that was it. They won the fucking case. They're like, there couldn't have possibly been a mouse in there. So they just basically proved that he put a mouse in there.
Yeah.
But they were like, yeah, we've had him in there before. And they just disappear. So he couldn't have possibly done that. Fucking insane.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why my grandpa never would drink a Pepsi out of a can. He would always pour it in a glass.
Well, yeah, it's because you said he saw someone pissing on fucking
Yeah.
cans, though, right?
Yeah.
Different reason entirely.
So yeah,
You could just wash your cans.
wash the tops.
Yeah, could
No
just
one's
wash them
stopping
all. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have two other things. One that we didn't talk about yet. Tom Segura's new special,
Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer, was absolutely fantastic. My only knock on it is I wish it was longer.
Yeah.
It felt like a 30-minute special because of how much fun I was having listening
We
to him
definitely
tell
talked
stories.
about it. That was like July 4th.
I don't think we had done one since July 4th. Had we?
I think we had. We'll have to go
Because
back.
right after the weekend after July 4th is when I was in New York, and I don't think we did one before. Because we were like, "Oh,
We didn't
we'll
do it Thursday.
No, because I was like, I'd rather just do it when I come back. Because Thursday night I had to go to bed early. Both of us did.
Right.
Because you were driving me in the morning.
That is correct. And then we didn't do it Tuesday. And did we do one Thursday before I left for my thing?
No.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we didn't even talk about our Earl trip either.
you're right.
We went to the lake house to visit the sponsor.
Yeah, the sponsored lake house. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
for the 4th of July weekend. Because we did a pod right before that
Yeah,
weekend.
this was just our bad month for podcasting, you know. So
Hey,
hopefully,
we took a summer vacay.
so what I'm trying to do is, if we record on Friday, I'm trying to have those uploaded by Tuesday at the latest.
Yeah.
This episode, since you got a day to spend away from gaming, I'm going to probably edit the podcast when you start hanging out. So, because
It'll probably be as soon as she picks me up.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I got to go grocery shopping, and then I'll edit the pod, and then I'm probably gonna upload it today, just to get out of the way, because nothing's worse to when you have a podcast completely done, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna report. Are we doing the podcast tomorrow? I'm like, yeah. Then I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm sitting on last week still.
Yeah.
I gotta edit that shit, put that shit together real quick, and then you're like, fuck. So I gotta get better with that for sure, but it'll come.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
With
It'll
more
come with time.
views and more sponsorships and more money, then we can hire a full staff.
Oh, one last thing, I guess. Two last things. The screenshots from the Deadpool movie look fantastic.
Yeah,
Wolverine's finally in his classic yellow
Jumpsuit.
badass fucking jumpsuit.
he's not wearing his blue underwear.
The only shitty thing about that is there's a fucking strike going on right now in Hollywood. Writers and low-end actors are striking
yeah,
because they're not getting enough money, which I agree with. They should be making, 10, 20, 30% more than they're making now. Maybe at the minimum.
right.
The networks make a shit ton of money off of them, and I completely agree with them. I'm sad that it's like the only way to fix that is a strike because less content for me to enjoy. But
you
at the
can
same
come
time, I understand it.
you can come enjoy this content.
Yeah, we're not on strike. Not yet, at least.
No,
My paychecks are fine for now.
I haven't lost a penny doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, I have, but
Nah, not
that's
really.
what I spent. Yeah,
So best of luck to the writers and actors of Hollywood. Hopefully that
you
gets
get what
resolved
you get
quickly.
what you
and
want.
Yeah, you get at least some of what you want. I don't think they'll get all of it. I don't think anyone's really satisfied at the end of those types of things. But
Tell me what you want.
I'm sure they'll meet halfway, and I'm sure everyone will get like a 20%, 30% pay raise, or maybe like a better cut of royalties or something.
First, it was just the writers, and then the actors went on strike.
Yeah,
And
well, I understand. I understand the writer's perspective of it
Yes.
because it's their creative
but then you see the
stuff. It's their what do they call that? Internal property or something like that, or intellectual property.
Okay.
It's their intellectual property
Mm-hmm.
that they're putting out there. It's their mind that's creating these scenes, and then the actors go out there and put their face on it.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that they want to disagree with too is when they write something, the studio's like, no, but then they're like, okay, cool, can I take this elsewhere? And they're like, no, we actually own that now.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's pretty
Yeah.
shitty. But the conspiracy theory on why the actors are going on strike is that they're saying that with AI, that people are stealing their likeness and images, which if you steal it, you can get sued. So if someone's going to use your image and do an AI face, they're going to pay you for it still. Now they're saying that because of AI, they're putting them in movies that they never even recorded. And people are like, that's what the same excuse they're going to use if these videos start.
Has that happened already?
I don't know, but then they're now.
I mean, obviously that's a possibility in the future.
Yeah, and now they're also saying that because they're saying this because they think that something's about to get dropped on the internet with a bunch of with all the shit around Sound of Music and
Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom, yeah.
That's the child sex trafficking thing,
right?
Which is crazy. All these reports that are coming out of movie theaters, they're like the AC's not working,
the lights are on,
the movie 3 times,
the plumbing's bad.
Yeah, they get like 30 minutes into the movie and then they pause it and they're like, "Oh, don't worry, we'll get everything sorted out and then we'll restart the movie." And they're like, "What do you mean restart the movie? We just saw this part."
Yeah,
and just play it back from where it was.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, it's not going to download for an extra 30 minutes." But they're saying that because of that movie's success and something big's about to drop, showing all these terrible things that these terrible A-list celebrity people that we worship do, and then their excuse is going to go, "That's not me, that's AI." And I'm like, who? I'm not going to name what they might be seen on, but the people who are making those bad films with very bad things in them, there's not a guy behind the scenes going, "Yeah, we're going to edit this to look just like Marlon Brando." No, no one's doing that, dude. They're just they're just bad people if they're on those bad films. But yeah, so that when I saw that, I was just like, man, dude, there's a goddamn conspiracy.
It's gonna be funny when that does happen and someone's like, "That wasn't even me in the movie, that was AI." And then like, "Well, yeah, but we see that you got paid for that movie."
Yeah.
So what do you mean that wasn't you?
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, they just paid me for my likeness." It's like, "Oh, yeah, well, you shouldn't have gotten paid for that then if you didn't want to be a part of it."
Yeah. But at the same time, dude,
no.
imagine you're Will Ferrell and you really don't want to do a movie, and someone goes, "How about we pay you X amount of money?"
Yeah, we'll give you half what we were going to give you. Let
us take 50 pictures of your face, and then just say these 100 words into the thing, and then we'll just compile it. And I'd do it. And then that was Will Ferrell's best movie. Like, I acted in that movie.
I saw a clip of it was Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart. And they were sitting there talking, having drinks, just like bullshitting, and it got like quiet for a second. Kevin's like, "You know what, man? I'm really excited I got to work on this with you, and I really hope that we get to work on something in the future." And he's like, "No, we definitely will. There's going to be another movie." He goes, "Yeah, but I mean, you're getting old, and you just never know when your last thing's going to be." And Will Ferrell just kind of looks around. He's like, "Do you know something about my medical history that I don't?" And he's like, "Well, man, hey, I'm just saying, you're getting old, and I really hope that we get to work on something in the future." He's like, we will, just name the time. He goes, "There might not be a time." He's just talking shit about how old he is. Don't get me wrong, motherfucker looks old. I think he's not even in his 60s yet, right? He's like 52, 54, somewhere around there. How old do you think Will Ferrell is? What's the over-under? Give me an over-under.
63 and a half.
I'll take the under. That's a tough one.
I think he's older. Might be 68.
56.
Wow.
He was born in 67.
Will's gonna see this because he watches the JT show and be like, "You piece of shit."
I was only 2 years off.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's not bad. Yeah. But yeah, it was just a funny clip.
He's in the
he was
Barbie
acting
movie.
he was acting like he was gonna like just die at any point.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I just really hope we get to work on something again."
And he's like, "Bro, what the fuck are you talking about?"
He's like, "Do you know something I don't?"
I saw him in the preview for the Barbie movie, and I was like, hilarious at Will Ferrell's.
Well, we got to see the Barbie movie. Maybe we'll do like a back-to-back feature on the $5 day.
Michael Cera is in the Barbie movie.
I saw a list, and there's a bunch of motherfuckers.
And then like he was talking about the other day.
That one Asian dude that Bobby Lee talks shit about's in it.
Yes. Yeah.
The really pretty one. He was in like the Crazy Rich Asians too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, "The motherfucker's stealing all my roles." And Andrew Santino's like, "You really think that you could do the shirtless Barbie role?" And he's like, "Well, if they offered me the money, I would get in shape." He goes, "No, you fucking wouldn't."
Yeah, Mr. wakes up at noon.
Yeah, Mr. wakes up at noon and then plays Farmville for 4 hours until we have to shoot a podcast.
Farmville is great. We ran out of things to do.
I mean, we could still. There's stuff other that we could do there, but at this point, it's kind of redundant because like it's
And
not
plus,
like money's an issue.
Like, it's like, hey, play 3 seasons for this 0.01% chance of this thing happening. You're like, what?
We had a bunch of those things happen though.
Yeah, in the first 3 years.
Yeah, I wish there was like more. And they are updating the game, so it might be worth playing again at some point in the future.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, by that point, I might already have a PC and we might already be doing another farm run
Yeah.
with like some mods like growing weed or something.
Yeah, definitely. Or maybe a different setup. Mm-hmm. Maybe not do the
Different setup. We do like the 4 corner farms or whatever, like we did with like our first one.
Yeah, and we can even just stick all the houses in one.
Mm-hmm. Stick all the houses in one. We have one strictly for farm, one strictly for animals, one strictly for
farms.
Well, not farms,
Fish,
but like
ponds.
no, the like the buildings.
Oh yeah,
like
buildings,
casks and
that can just go with our houses.
No, we gotta have just a grand front entrance to the houses.
Hilarious.
Make it look like a fucking mansion.
Yeah, definitely.
But
there's one more thing that I just can't remember what it was, where you said, oh, I wanted to talk about that on the pod, but it's something I said recently, like, hey, did you see this? And you're like, I was saving it for the pod, but we can definitely still talk about it on the pod. But
there were a couple things.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything like that in my saved shit. Oh, I did have a couple of saved things. I started a new folder on my Instagram for like saving shit.
Hilarious.
Let me see if I can fucking find them now.
Less than 60 days until football kickoff for the NFL.
Yep, that's a big one.
College football's right around the corner.
This is just a clip of this guy. He's watching his doctor from the other room watch a YouTube video on how to wrap an ankle before she wraps his ankle. That was fucking funny.
I think he should leave. The doctor puts this shit in this guy's body. Like, he's got a monitor, and he gets alerted if his monitor says that his heart's fucking up. So the doctor's like, hey, I saw your heart. He's like, I saw your shit spike the other day, and he's like, oh, I wasn't doing anything. He's like, did you get into this club? He's like, yeah, I got into that club. He's like, how the fuck did you get into that club? He's like, I built some shit for it. So like me and like my crew, we always get in for free there. Same shit with this other club. You get into that club too? He's like, come on, dude, next time invite me. And so then he goes to the club, and the doctor's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? I see your fucking heart rate's accelerating. He's like, I'm masturbating. He's like, oh, you're masturbating for 2 hours? And he's like, don't fucking lie to me. Invite me to the fucking club, man. And, dude, I think he should leave. Is fucking the hit or miss. Some sketches are like, okay, that wasn't the best, but Saturday Night Live's the same fucking thing. But the ones that kill for this show fucking make me laugh so hard, dude. If you're not watching, I think you should leave with Tim Robinson, who's a Detroiter.
Yeah. Yeah. I watched the first little bit of it. I don't think it's for me.
Okay.
I don't think it's for me. It's all right. I watched the first season, and I was like, it's funny.
Some are just like, I didn't enjoy
I get
that.
it. I would rather watch like the highlights on clips.
Yes.
Like, because it's not all good. It's like, I think like 25% of it's like gold.
That's the beauty thing about our internet.
Yeah.
Is because now there's literally websites that show you short clips of the best shit on the internet. Some of it's shitty, but then if you get your tailored feed in, you can be like, wow, I'm seeing the best of the best.
Oh, this one was pretty cool. So this batter at the home run derby, he hit righty for like half his pitches and then switched to lefty and then started cranking him.
That's crazy.
Like he did it both ways.
Is that allowed?
Yeah, it's the home run derby. You can do whatever you want. I'm waiting to show the switch.
Wow, he's just cranking him away.
Yeah, he's going.
Adley Rutschman.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say his name.
Rutschman. Schman? Damn, he's cracking these ones.
Yeah, he is.
That one dude was hammering.
Watch, here he goes. Oh, was that the end of it? What the hell? Oh, he switched from lefty to righty.
Oh,
so that was him righty.
He
normally bats
I was about to
lefty.
say,
Yeah.
God damn, he's cranking them.
Yeah, see, he normally bats lefty, and then he walked over.
Rutschman.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, so that was him cranking it out with his righty.
Yeah.
Fucking impressive.
I also, too, have been known to crank mine out with my righty.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing, Neymar Jr., he built a fucking lake at his mansion.
Yeah.
And he, like, before he did it, he, like,
brought the plans to the town or whatever. And
Yeah.
They're like, no, you can't build that. And he built it anyways. So they fined him $3.3 million for it. And the day that they fined him, he threw a fat party. And that was it. He just paid his fine, and that was good to go.
That's what did he build?
A lake.
Oh yeah. Also,
He built a fucking fat lake. He spent like $25,000 building this lake, and then the city was like, no, you weren't supposed to do that. Here's a fine for doing that. And he goes, okay. Neymar, he's worth, that was maybe like a 0.5% of his net worth.
did you see the thing about that had almost the same shit that happened but with the trees and like the trees in this dude's yard? So like this is gonna be a Bert Kreischer hell of a story.
All right.
Really rich guy with a lot of property, huge forest.
Mm-hmm.
If you got rid of the forest, you'd be able to see the goddamn ocean.
Oh, nice.
It's either the ocean or a really fucking fantastic beach, but I'm pretty sure it's the ocean. I think this is in New York. So woke up one day and there's like fucking 45 of his trees down, or a big ass section, like, and some guy's like, I'm trying to cut through these motherfuckers so I can see the goddamn ocean from my house. And the guy's like, what the fuck are you doing on my fucking property? The guy just wanted to get a clear shot of it.
View, increase the property value.
The guy who was cutting him down was rich as fuck and just thinking, oh, it's only like, let's say hypothetically $3,000 per tree for a fine. No, that's like the upfront initial cost. Then if you and by the way, the guys whose property it was, he's like a forester. Like he loves fucking trees, dude. No, he's like a nature guy.
Yeah.
So
he's a big fan.
So not only do you have to pay like $3,000 per tree, you also have to replace those trees, and not with
saplings.
No,
full-grown motherfuckers,
which is going to be terraforming trucks, and so
you got to pull out all the old stumps.
So they estimated that it's going to cost them now over like $3 or $4 million to bring in all these fully grown fucking trees.
Dude, the redwood trees in California, like a matured one that's like 10 years old, they go for like $100,000.
Yeah, trees are one of those things to where if you've never been tree shopping, you don't know how expensive trees are.
Yeah, trees are spendy. And the older they are, the more matured they are, unless they're about to die, obviously, the more expensive they are. So like the saplings are way less expensive than the fucking big full-grown motherfuckers.
When Aaron was doing an event for landscaping for college at Michigan State, they had like flowers, nurseries, all these outside shit you can plant, and the trees were so. I wasn't there to buy nothing. I just stopped by to hang out with Aaron and see him for a little bit. But I just like walked through the trees, and I was like, why are these so like oh, a $1,600 6-foot fucking tree, and you're like, what the fuck, dude? Like, who's got tree money, dude? Got that paper towel money?
Got that tree money, dog. That's the next one up. Got that tree money.
So rich, and you.
So many meanings behind that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, New York was fantastic. A's beat the shit out of Detroit, and we were there.
Yeah.
Not really beat the shit, won by 1 run, but
and then the next
beat
day
the shit out of them by
12-3.
Yeah, and then I did look it up. You guys won 9-0 the next day.
Yeah.
But we still won the series.
Yep. So first series, good thing we didn't bet a 30 rack on the series.
We should have. Oh, damn it!
What's funny though is I think I even like sarcastically said something to you about it like weeks prior.
I would have never made the bet.
Well, yeah, and I go, oh, Tigers are playing A's this year. We can bet on the series, and you're like, we won like 5 games this far.
Yeah, we won 5 games this month. It's the end of the month.
You're like, we won, and then like 3 weeks later, they're like, oh, we're at 6, and like, dude, they won 1 game in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah,
poor guys.
It's a shit organization right now, and they're selling off all our fucking good prospects for nothing. And I hope they go to Vegas and go through a 30-year drought, because fuck them. I'll no longer be an A's fan after they leave Oakland, so I'll be
to the
MLB teamless. I'll have to pick a new team.
The Yankees.
No, won't be the Yankees. I promise you, won't be the Yankees. Won't be the Yankees. Won't be the Dodgers.
What about Seattle?
No, Ichiro hasn't played there in decades.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah, that's why.
All right, guys, it was a great podcast.
Yeah, it's a pod. Hey, if you want a beer, put it in the comments. I'll Venmo you for a beer.
10 9
9
6
5
3
2
1